What are the different modes you use to consume your favorite web content? When you are at home, relaxing, maybe you are using PC or laptop. When you are on the go, you could be visiting your favorite websites through your smartphone or tablets that you may be carrying along. The thing about these devices is that they come in different sizes. Smartphone screen size varies from 4 to 5.7 inches. Tablets vary from 7 to 11 inches. Laptops come in 12 inches to 17 inches. Desktop screens could be even wider. The content that you produce should be compatible across all these different sizes of devices. We build responsive websites to ensure that content can be consumed across different devices. Responsive websites adjust itself depending on size of the viewport. Let's take a look at Internshala's website. As I change the screen size, you would note that content gets adjusted to the viewport. We use CSS media queries to build responsive websites. Media queries instruct browser how to display content of website depending on different screen sizes. CSS media query consists of @rule media statement. A CSS @rule starts with symbol and is followed by an identifier. In this case, identifier is media. The @media CSS rule consists of a set of nested CSS style statements which are enclosed inside curly braces with a condition defined by a media query list. Media query list consists of a media type and feature. The CSS properties mentioned inside the curly braces are applied when a media query is true. Media queries have following syntax. It starts with @media keyword followed by media feature condition in the parentheses. This is followed by CSS property you would like to assign based on value of media feature that you have specified. The media feature condition could be width, height, aspect ratio, orientation, resolution, color, etc. The width media feature is one of the very important media feature. The width media feature is used to style width of the HTML element depending on width of the viewport. We use max width and min width media conditions to specify width of the element. Let's see how to write media query using media feature. Let us go back to our superhero page. You would see that our page is not responsive currently. Let us use media queries to make it responsive. We have earlier learned that body tag includes all the visible content of the web page. Let us define width for the visible content using media queries. Let me define a container class for body tag and then style this container based on viewport size. This is how I will define width of body element using min width media query. In this piece of code, we are checking viewport size in the media query and defining width of container class based on its condition. You would note that we are using 320, 481, 641, 960, etc. as our breakpoints. These are not random numbers, but standard sizes for the devices. Let us see how this exactly works. So, in the first query that you see, we are checking if minimum width of the viewport is 320 pixel or not. When the condition is true, width of the element with container class will be 320 pixel. The second query checks if the width is 481 pixel or wider. If condition is met, the width of elements with container class will be set to 480 pixels. Other queries do the same for 641, 961 and 1000 pixel viewport width. Let us see how this media query works. So, you would note that for various breakpoints that we have mentioned, our page content will adjust itself. You would see that lists that we have here do not look good for small viewport size. Let us fix this using max width media query. Again, let us go back to CSS file and write query for relevant container. Currently, box class uses 50% of the width of its parent div. For viewport width smaller than 481 pixel, let us assign 100% width to this class. We can do so using max width media query like follow. Here, the max width condition is true when viewport width is 480 pixel or less. and in such cases the box class will have 100% width. Note that we are using this query on image ID as well. Let us check the output. You would note that lists are getting stacked when viewport becomes smaller than 480 pixel width. That's it in this chapter. Refer to helper text to get more information on media queries.